Good day, ladies and gentlemen. So in this video I'm going to be spilling a very big secret when it comes to technical analysis. I'll be teaching you something very important, and it has to do with fair value gaps and inverse fair value gaps. Okay, so if you are an inverse fair value gap trader, this video is definitely for you. I'm going to be opening your eyes to the best way to actually use inverse fair value gaps. Many of you use this inverse fair value gaps the wrong way. Okay, so I'm going to give you a system whereby you are going to be utilizing the inverse fair value gap with the mindset of a market maker. Very important. I don't joke with market maker mindsets. Okay, so you need to think the way the big banks think. All right, and very straight to the point. Let me just give you some of the key things you need to take away from this particular video. When you are actually trying to use your bullish inverse fair value gaps, meaning it's a bullish fair value gap, but you want it to be inversed in order to sell, you only do that when the market is showing you downtrend formation. So if the overall movement of the market is as though market is moving downwards, target your bullish fair value gaps in order for it to be inversed so you can follow the trend. Do you get it now? Whereas the only time you're going to be targeting bearish fair value gaps in order for you to trade them as inverse fair value gaps is when market is giving you upwards formation and market is moving as though it's in an uptrend. The overall flow of the market is that it is moving upwards. That is when you should now target the bearish fair value gaps in order for them to be inversed. Then you can now buy to follow the trend. As simple as that. So I see people just trying to use inverse fair value gaps, anyhow. You don't use them anyhow. You use them with context. Okay, there should be context within your usage. That is what will make it more effective. Okay, so let me go over some examples right here. You can see right here, market broke structure to the upside. You can see this level was broken to the upside. All right, showing you that market wants to start moving in the upwards direction. So what I will be doing at this point, from here market was moving downwards, right, breaking structure, breaking lows, creating lower lows. This is a lower low, this is a low, this is a lower low, this is another lower low. Okay, market was creating lower low, and as you know, if downtrend is to continue, the lower lows are supposed to continue. Okay, these lower highs are not supposed to be broken if market was to continue downwards, but this lower high was broken right here. Does it make sense? So for this lower high to be broken, it shows you that market wants to switch to an upwards movement. Okay, so now that I've come to the conclusion that the current state of the market is that it wants to switch to upwards movements, I am only going to target fair value gaps that are bearish in order to flip them, in order for the fair value gap to be flipped and inversed. Then I can now buy to move with the overall ideology of the market currently, which is upwards movements. I hope you're understanding it. So that's just what's up. So in this case, I'll be waiting for a pullback that is going to have a fair value gap, a bearish fair value gap within it. I've already marked it out, so let me just show you. So look at this. This is a deep pullback offering us a bearish fair value gap, of which a lot of people that are trading fair value gaps anyhow, they are going to be trying to sell right here. Okay, not knowing that structure has been broken to the upside, market movements right now is upwards, so this bearish fair value gap is a pure trap. Okay, but this trap is what you should be looking out for based on what I'm teaching you now. Be looking out for these bearish fair value gaps when you've noticed that market wants to move upwards. Target these bearish fair value gaps. Draw your horizontal lines to mark out the bearish fair value gap. Then wait for that fair value gap to be inversed. And what do I mean by it being inversed? Price should close beyond it. Okay, should have a candle closing beyond it. The rule I usually follow when I want to trade this is have at least 2 candles closing beyond it in the same direction, because price can also give you a fake out. Okay, so when a single candle closes beyond it, I don't jump and buy. If you quickly bought here, yes, it would have played out, but sometimes it does not work out too fine. You need to be certain. If they really want to manipulate the market, you have this breakout, price will just come down, hit all your stop loss, then still move in your direction. So I need at least 2 candles in the same direction. Okay, so following my rules, this first one that broke out is the first candle in the upwards direction. Then I have another big bullish candle still, you know, above this line in the upwards direction. Then I can now enter confidently. I'll enter when price retests this zone, which is now my inverse fair value gap zone. Okay, that's when I'll now enter. You can target 1 to 1 or 1 to 2, or you can just target opposing liquidity. It all depends. As you can see, look at what played out here. Price tapped back after this bullish confirmation candle, which is the second candle that closed beyond this level. Okay, I would wait for price to come and tap this level. I would have entered here. Then all of this would have been my profits moving in the upwards direction. Very, very simple and direct. Okay, so let me see if I can find another one. Okay, so right here, what do you have? Price is giving you downwards movement. You can see that price is moving downwards, creating this low, creating a lower low right here. So this is generally a downwards moving market. Okay, so what I would do in a downwards moving market like this is to target bullish fair value gaps. Okay, and then I will patiently wait for those fair value gaps to get inversed. And when they get inverse, you don't jump and enter to avoid traps. You need at least 2 candles in the same direction to close in the same direction. Okay, so let me mark out my bullish fair value gap. Let me zoom it in. Okay, so it's between this and this. Okay, so this is my bullish fair value gap. Let me balance it well. Okay, now that I have my bullish fair value gap, I'll wait for this fair value gap to get inversed. Let's see. All right, what do you have playing out here? This candle closed beyond it. I won't enter immediately. I need another candle to close beyond it. So this candle also closed beyond this level. All right, so I have 2 candles closing in the same direction. Then I am good to go to actually enter my trade right here. Okay, you can put your SL a few pips. What I usually do when it comes to the SL, I'll check the 3 candles that formed my fair value gap. 1, 2, 3. The tip of this third candle is where I'll place my SL. Let me get another horizontal line and place it there. The tip of this third candle that makes up my fair value gap, that is where I'm going to place my SL. Okay, so since price is coming from below to come and tap this inverse fair value gap, now my SL will be right here. I hope you're understanding it. So that's the proper placement for your SL. Okay, so let's see. You can see price returned to that level. Okay, after we have our confirmation candle, which is this second candle that closed in the same direction. All right, to avoid fake outs, we don't enter after this first candle. All right, so price came back here, tapped in, did not hit our SL, and then pushed to come clear the liquidity resting below this low. Okay, so in the same vein, as price is still moving in the downwards direction, while it was coming up to tap into this our inverse FVG, it created another bullish fair value gap, which is another trap. So we can also trade this one. We can add more trades here. You can trade this one if you want. Let me mark out the fair value gap again. All right, so this is my fair value gap that let me delete all these ones, all these lines, so it does not confuse you. Now, proper placement of SL. Where will my stop loss be? First candle of FVG, second candle of FVG, third candle of FVG. The tip of that third candle is where I'll place my SL, like this. Okay, so if price is going to play out, it's not supposed to come and hit that SL right there. Okay, so all I need now is I need price to disrespect this fair value gap and give me 2 candles closure in the same direction. Okay, and that's exactly what played out. This candle closed with, let me see, this candle closed beyond the fair value gap. Now I need another candle in the same direction. This one also closed beyond the fair value gap in the same direction. So at this point in time, I am good to go. I can place my pending sell order right here, waiting for a tap in. Let me see, this candle did not tap in. It got very close. Let's just move to the right to see if we got a tap in later. Okay, this is very close. I think this one tapped in, but because of spread, we might not have gotten activated. It just kissed the line. Okay, it kissed the line right there. Let me move to the right to see if we had a proper tap in. Okay, So this tapped in, this one right here tapped us in. Our SL is up here, so we were not stopped out. This tapped us in and then pushed downwards. Okay, then later it came up a bit, so we would have made profits. All right, clearing the liquidity below all of this low. We can place our TP at this low. Okay, so price came here, tapped in, then purged the liquidity below this low, then it's pushed up again. So we would have gotten out with some profits, okay, with this particular trade. So basically that's just how this strategy works. I think I have one more example somewhere. Let's see. Okay, so right here, what do you see going on? Price is giving you what formation? Upward formation. Price is pushing in the upwards direction. So your focus will be bearish fair value gaps. Okay, so you can see I have a bearish fair value gap formed around here. Okay, there's a big retracement, a deep retracement that gave me a bearish fair value gap. So I'll simply place horizontal lines to mark out my bearish fair value gap. Let me mark them out. The good thing about this strategy, this system I'm teaching you, is that in case price decides to continue moving in the downwards direction without coming to inverse this fair value gap, your trade criteria is not going to be met, because you need two candles to come and break this in the same direction before you can enter. So if price wants to move downwards, it won't give you that criteria. It will just keep pushing in the downwards direction. So in that case, you won't enter the trade and you won't lose money. Okay, so in this case now, I need two candles to close beyond this my fair value gap. So a single candle closed beyond my fair value gap. This is not enough for me to enter. As you can see, assuming you entered around here, all of these ones would have just taken you out. You need to follow the rules. I need two candles to close in the same direction. Since I'm buying, I need two bullish candles to close beyond this my inverse fair value gap level. Okay, so price came again. This candle closed beyond it. This is my first candle. Another candle closed beyond it. Guess what, guys? My zone is good to go. My zone is good to go. Proper SL placements. What are the three candles? We are the three candles that formed your fair value gap. First candle, second candle, third candle. So the tip of this third candle is where I'll place my SL. Very, very mechanical system I'm teaching you here. So I'll place my SL at the tip of this third candle. Okay, so I'll wait for price to come back. You can see the way price perfectly respected this inverse fair value gap. See, it did not even go beyond it. See where your SL is. So it did not go beyond it, just touched it after fulfilling our rule of two bullish candles closing beyond the IFVG zone. It came back to the IFVG, respected it, and gave us a bullish push, which would have made money from. Okay, so basically, if you would like to learn more from me, I'll leave a link through which you can reach me in the comment section. All right, if you got any value from this video, please subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.